come up with an idea?
Somewhat.
Okay. Then you can start.
We only have 3 hours to pitch this idea, so.
Only 3 hours.
As soon as it catches up. Okay.
It's not going to catch up, it's delayed. Remember?
No, I mean as long as it's not like frozen on a weird picture, I'm good.
Distraction. So what's this idea of yours?
Okay, we are going to do sort of what we did last time. Memories.
Ooh. The smoke sparkle again. Anyway.
We are going to describe our past life friends and our past life lives and share a memory, one memory of each that's the strongest.
Okay.
Obviously one of the people that we're actually
Don't have very many memories. Well, Dragon's involved in most of them, so.
We're boring, sorry.
To be fair, I just got off work.
And neither one of us has had much sleep. Flaming shots!
I don't think it'll work.
It won't. It has to be straight.
Damn it. And, well, it probably has to be, like, not diluted shit like this is.
Yeah, that too.
As it says diluted right on board. We haven't figured it out by now we're drinking. But we're only down to 2 bottles, so.
Started with 17.
To be fair, 12 of those were
Seagrams.
Seagrams? Yeah.
Okay.
I'm vain. In little things. Otherwise, not really. Or I'd actually care that I have a huge forehead and a weird nose. Anyway.
We're weird. Be warned.
If they haven't figured that out by the first 4 videos that were posted on here.
Alright.
What do you have? What?
Hola! Ow, 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 what is stabbing me?
Not the cat. I don't like my
Ow, what the flying hell?
I don't think hell can fly.
Okay.
Yeah, true.
Flame can.
Fair
Okay.
enough. Okay.
Soleil Vonel, Silma Ariam, and Solanara, and Zion Lightning, or Zion Ilwekala. Those are some of the possibly translated names. My translated name is Solanara. Sunset's translated name is Silmarion. And Silver Star's translated name is Soleil Vanel. It took a long time to find those. I sent yours to you on Facebook. Because all of those were ugly.
When did you send it to me on Facebook? The noise.
Like a week ago. Remember the one that sounded like an angelish name? I can't think of what it was now.
Come in?
Yeah.
Come in. I'm Louis. I'm Louis. Lotte. Men Lukotron. Dem Luxo. Am Lugist. Am Luxiel.
Well, that doesn't sound familiar at all.
Dem Luxiel. Dem Lugtiel. Dem Lugtiel. That's because your writing is. I'm blind. I know there's something.
Exactly, that's why I didn't finish off
Who
those.
does that like that?
They are ugly.
Jesus, oh my gosh.
I don't know. Why? What happened? What did you
Because
do?
I felt it move. Like just somebody
fat.
flopping down. Take a shot.
No,
Yes, yes.
Jace is fat.
Oh. I thought you said take a shot. It worked better. Sleep deprivation, alcohol, and cigarettes. All wonderful things.
No culture.
I don't have to coach it.
Not culture.
I'm sorry, I had a fucked up night, okay?
Exactly why the cultures aren't allowed.
We're having semi-past life memories, which I'm not going to go into because it's more as I'm making claw motions. That's my whole feeling on it. I need more alcohol. Now take a shot.
Looks like blood.
Thanks. Tastes like rotten fruit punch.
Yeah.
And the aftertaste is kind of bad. Oh well. What'd you put in it?
Fruit punch.
And
Strawberry.
and vodka or
Pineapple.
rum.
Pineapple and vodka.
That would be why I think it's the vodka doesn't mix well with the fruit.
Yeah, no. Not this time.
So the idea is we're pitching past life memories. From different past lives or just the Vallian one?
Valiant, no.
Okay. Yeah, so if we find the ones from the Vallian, chances are they were in other past lives that we've had. That was dumb.
Although, if we also pitched ideas from old past lives, other past lives besides that one,
If they don't remember the Vallian, but they remember the other ones.
they were probably Valiants. We just haven't been awakened.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, so I'll start. And I'm going to pitch an old past life that is not Valiant, because now I'm kind of curious about how that's gonna work out. But we're gonna do that. As soon as my face doesn't look blurred. That looks weird. Okay. I had a past life in Russia.
Hence the vodka.
Hence the ability to drink vodka like water. In this past life, I was a slave to a queen and king. Well, it's not. It's not. Well, point is, point is, I was a slave to those people. And I hate Russia now from this past life because it's a horrible, horrible fucking past life. So, I would say I was a slave for about 16 years, 17 years maybe. And the king and queen, I'll get into that in a minute, but okay. One day something happens and there's this strange man that washes up on the shore. The house was seaside, blah blah blah. Anyway, so a strange man washes up on shore.
Russia has a season. Oh, the northern, never mind. The Arctic, farther north.
Mm-hmm.
Way far north.
Well, yeah. So, he washes up on the seashore, and yeah. This person had been traveling in the water for a very long time, and I don't really know where the hell he was originally going, but I know that he had a whole bunch of other captains, seamen, all on the ship, and none of them survived. He was the only one that pretty much survived. Well, that washed up in Russia, anyway. I wrote this past life, but it's so freaking hard to explain. So, dude washes up on seashore while Queen is walking. Well, the Queen found him while she was walking on the seashore. She had her guards with him and all that bullshit. Fucking bitch. Anyway, lots of people want her dead for good reasons. So she's walking and suddenly sees this person unconscious on shore, partially still in the water, and sends her guards to see if he's alive. Finds out he's alive, picks him up, takes him back to his palace. Sets up me to take care of him because I was a slave, pretty much. To wash him, feed him, bathe him, keep him alive until he awoke. And he woke up when I was washing him, fully clothed. At that point, I was prior to him waking up, I had bathed him, bed bath. I cleaned him up. I changed his bandages. I changed him, and he woke up right after all that when I was turning away. When I turned back, his eyes were open, and I leaned over him, and he didn't look anything like anything I'd seen before. I mean, this is Russia. We don't see people that looks like that. Black hair, black eyes. He was Japanese. He immediately starts talking. Well, trying to talk. And can't really say anything, so I get him water and help him drink. And a couple days pass by before he can actually talk because his throat is swollen and he swallowed a lot of seawater. And he starts talking in a strange language that nobody can understand. Like, no, we don't speak that language
Probably
here.
an Oriental language, like Cantonese, Mandarin, Japanese.
We don't know for sure. Oh, I don't know for sure. It's hard to tell. But I'm guessing Japanese. So time passes on, and she sets tutors to help teach him the language. And he picks up on it pretty quickly. A couple months go by, and I'm still kind of his chambermaid. I'm taking care of him. I'm cleaning his rooms, cleaning everything that he needs clean, just feeding him his food, cooking for him, pretty much everything. I was his main go-to slave. And he tries to talk to me like every time. At first it was in the foreign language, and I'm like, I don't understand him. I'm not gonna reply, but it wouldn't have mattered because I'm not as a slave. I wasn't allowed to talk to anyone anyway, unless they were slaves and we were done with our work. We weren't allowed to talk while working. We had to wait till after. So he finally, once he learns the language, keeps trying to talk to me, and I keep not saying anything to him. And I was in the kitchens one day when the Queen finally decided to give him the run of the mill to show him around the palace. She's trying to make friends with him. And she's showing him around and getting him acquainted, and I'm in the kitchens and they come in. And he looks over at me, he waves and he says hi. And I say nothing. And he makes a comment to the Queen, she never talks to me. And she goes, well, that's because she's not allowed to, she's a slave. This obviously doesn't seem to sit well with him. And a couple days later, I'm doing laundry in our little hut. Call it laundry, it's not really actually. Well, it's laundry from back then. Tub of water, homemade soap, scrubbing. Well, yeah, anyway. So he comes in, and I turn around and I see him, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Why is this person here? Why is he here? He's talking to me, and he's trying to get me to talk to him. And I'm finally like, you know what? You shouldn't be here. You're going to get both of us in trouble. And he's like, he's got you to talk to me. So we start talking from then on. Every now and then we'd meet after dark when everybody's asleep and the Queen's not awake and the Queen's doesn't know what's going on. And obviously fall in love. And the Queen starts talking to him about wanting make him her new, what's the word? Mister. He tells her, pretty much immediately says, no, I don't want, I'm not interested. And she goes, well, I'll give you a couple of days to think about it. Like, you can't turn me down. I'm the queen. Like, I'm pretty fucking arrogant. Anyway, so he turns her down, and that night he comes to me and he immediately says he wants to get married. And I'm like, at that point I know what's going on because I know I'd heard the queen talking about it. I knew exactly what was going on and why he wanted to do what he wanted to do now. And I'm like, no, we can't do that. We can't do that. You're going to make her mad. She's going to be angry. She's going to kill you. She's going to blah, 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 blah. And he goes, let me handle her. Marry me. And let's get out of here. Let's leave. And I come to find out that he actually had a prior wife where he was from. His leader gave him his daughter as a... I'm going to say gift, because it's the only thing I can think of, as a gift for doing his job well, because apparently he was guard to the leader of his area. Yeah, and because he was doing so well, and he was so loyal, and he gave him his daughter as a gift. And shortly after that is when he disappeared. He later told me that he took on more quests to get away from her because he wasn't in love with her, but he couldn't turn down the king's request. Because that would have been treason. He would have been executed for it. So... Are you dying?
Yes, just continue.
Okay, so anyway, finally he convinces me after a couple days, it convinces me finally to marry him. And we do this weird ritual under the stars in the middle of the night. We exchange, we didn't have rings. At that point I don't think rings even existed because I never even thought about that, but we exchanged a blood bond. And a necklace, I think it was. I don't remember what it was, but it was something else that he gave to me to mark that I was his. And I married then. Queen found out I would say a couple weeks later. He started charting the waters and deciding when he was going to, because he wanted to sail, he wanted to take me back to his home country, or he wanted to take me somewhere where we could be safe. Where we wouldn't have to worry about the queen and wouldn't have to worry about his prior wife. So, at first I was not all for it because I was like, no, I can't go anywhere. I don't like the sea. I don't want to go out there. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to. But I found out, and he did not know until later, that the king was having his current bed warmer executed, and he was going to have me replace her. She was getting too old. And anyway, so finally I decided, you know what, fine, I'll go with you. Just stop asking and let's just do it. So we started charting the waters and we started going, getting ready to go. We started building a boat. And actually, I don't know if he was building the boat or planning on stealing an already existing boat. I don't know what he was planning, how he was doing that. But I know he was charting waters and paying attention to high tide, low tide, and all that bullshit. Anyway, so...
Not bullshit. It's actually... Maritime is very actually interesting.
Cool. To someone who likes water. I don't like water.
Shut up, Brett.
Anyway, so time goes on. Queen finds out that we had a secret marriage. She has me imprisoned and tortures me because we did the king for him to torture. And holds him in a cage for 24 or 48 hours. I think it was a couple of days. I don't really know for sure. But in the end... told him in a way to lure him into the woods, told him that she was going to let me and him go free. So she took us both into the woods, and long story short, she ended up burying us alive in a stone coffin. We
because
died.
That's what evil Russian queens do.
We died that way in a stone coffin. And, fun fact, according to on these things, but according to some news facts that I have, they found the coffin.
Nice.
It was creepy as fuck with two skeletons inside. It was creepy as fuck. But yeah. So accordingly, they found the coffin, and if I read it correctly, if I remember correctly, the bones in all of the male's hands were broken. And I believe that because, well, yeah, I know him. I know he wouldn't have given up. I knew he would have tried everything to get out. But that kind of sucks that we died that way. But yeah, I hate Russia. Okay. If you remember that lifetime or anything prior to that lifetime or anything about that lifetime sounds familiar, you know what to do. There's a subscribe button and a message button for a reason. Hit us up.
Okay. The only one that's really coming to mind right now, because I still remember names and shit. I'm gonna punch you. I didn't do this to you.
You know you were coughing and dying.
I know. I was looking everywhere but you. So you could talk. I'm gonna punch you. But what do I start?
Do you want mashed potatoes? I might get some.
I'm good with that. I don't want any. I don't. I still have to make the chicken that's in the fridge. Fuck. Made me lose my train of thought.
Because you remember the names. The only lifetime that's coming to mind.
Okay. The only one that's coming to mind was out of Venice, Italy. The only way I know it was Venice is because seeing pictures of the city and the architecture, the older drawings and everything, it was very familiar. I knew pathways that I shouldn't, as I have never been to Italy in this lifetime. I'm aware of, at least. And the fact that I understand Italian not fluently, but I understand enough of it because I am a musician, understand musical markings. But anyway, basically, it was like, because the only thing that comes to mind is, imagine Romeo and Juliet, where Romeo's family is vampires and Juliet's family are witches.
Oh dear God. I'm going into that lifetime. Okay, go ahead.
That's the only one I can think of right now. I tried to write a story about this one day, I might. But, basically, but the only thing is, it didn't end like Romeo and Juliet. Like, yes, a lot of people died, but they didn't poison one another at the end. No, thank you. The witches were named Emery's. The lifetime I'm remembering, because reluctantly I was female in that lifetime, her name was Belladonna Emery's. Her mother had died, but her father had remarried, and his new wife was younger and had a son who was, I think, ironically enough, a year or two older than Belladonna. And the vampire family, I can't remember the exact name, but it translated to chaos. It wasn't like the traditional straight Italian word for chaos. It just meant chaos. But, in that family, the youngest son went to, undercover with his cousin, he went to the house of Emery's, which their symbol is the wolf. They raised wolves. That's what they did. The scene that pops into mind fluently is, Belladonna's stepmother talking to her, telling her that raising wolves is no occupation for a lady. That her son would be better off doing it. Problem is that the wolves hated her son and would have easily killed him. And it had been her mother's calling. It had been her father's calling, which I think at this point her father was dead. Like he died from something terrible, probably tuberculosis. I'm thinking of that time age, but or the plague, who knows. But so she's still. The scene I remember is her coming into her bedroom the night of her coming-of-age party, saying that she looked so pretty in her dress and with her hair nice, it looked so better than the rags she normally dons. And I remember the comment being, because wolves do not care for such pretty things. But ultimately what happens is the Chaos Son crashes the party with his cousin and finally meets Belladonna face to face and is almost positively smitten, like he's found his soulmate. And I don't remember much of that lifetime except for the scene in her room. But, really? I didn't do this to you! I do know that her cousin gets lured into the wolf cages and gets killed by the Chaos Son's cousin. I'm working on it. And it's a long-standing, because there's been a long-standing feud between the two families. Like I said, Romeo and Juliet with vampires and witches. But, the Chaos Son and Belladonna run away. And I don't necessarily know what become of them. But I do know they have a daughter who left Italy. And either because she either went to the quote-unquote New World, America, or went farther north, England. I don't remember all the exact details. I remember, like, I can tell you what the House of Embers looks like. What Belladonna's ball gown was that night. That the Chaos family, the Chaos Son and his cousin wore wolf masks to this masquerade ball to infiltrate it, because that's the symbol of Amneris. No one would ever look for a fox behind a wolf's face. But, yeah, that's the only one that's coming to mind right now, actually. Well, because I have drawn these people before, at least Belladonna. But, yeah, that's the lifetime I remember. So if you ever remember infiltrating a masquerade ball dressed as a wolf, even though that was a symbol of your arch enemy's family, or remembering being a vampire and being brutally murdered by a small pixie-ish woman in high heels and flowing blue ball gown, because apparently my stepmother in that life was kick-ass and I didn't know it. I think her name was Micah. But, yeah. If you remember white alabaster walls and curtain doors.
Okay.
Basically what boils down is to a high lady of the court who ran with wolves. You know where the subscribe and message buttons are. So I relight my cigarette because I can't think.
We won't kill you. Yet.
Don't listen to her. What else do we need to talk about?
Everything.
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 Well, you see, the sky is blue because there's enough water in the atmosphere that when the sunlight hits it, never mind.
Do you know potatoes are good? Potato.
Sanctimonious double sacrifice. Did you know that rum tastes really good mixed with, like, what is it, mango fruit shit? I can't see the label. Still can't see the
blend.
label. Huh?
Tropical blend.
Tropical blend. With a little bit of pineapple soda on Mountain Dew. Being drunk out of a unicorn coffee cup, because shot. Cheers to hell.
We're already in hell. Quite
Possibly
possibly all of our
mentally.
own doing.
Yeah. Possibly only mentally.
Salt.
That wasn't salt, I think it was part of a leaf.
Everything is salt. Everything is salty.
Oh!
Faces are salty.
Can they see it? I can't see to tell if they can see the design in the room.
Not really.
And I'm like choking myself. There it is. What are you doing? The cat has made an appearance. Maybe? Yes. Can you see the cat? This is church. Right? Hi, church.
Church is here. Church has arrived.
This ring
I will tell you that. Yeah, they can say that.
is a fairy ring that mysteriously appeared in my room one day. If it's familiar to you or you understand its origins, please message because it's been driving me fucking insane. It burns sometimes. Which a fairy ring made out of cold iron is kind of weird, but I don't think it's made out of cold iron. It's I think silver plated copper. I made that noise in annoyance. I can't breathe. What do you want? I love you.
She stares at me a lot.
Yeah. Probably trying to figure out what the fuck you are. Right?
I would do the demon voice, but I don't want to scare her.
I'll scare Church. This is my friend.
What if Church is a
My phone is charged!
What if Church is a transgender kitty and she was actually male?
That would explain so much. She sprays like a male, though I know she's fixed. Yeah, but...
Because wasn't Church male?
Yes.
That's what brought that idea on. Gotcha.
You don't want to be in the video?
Don't look behind you. There's a cat butt right behind you.
I'm aware. She only wants my attention for short spans of time, and then runs and hides. What?
What'd you do?
I snapped in my ear. I love you. Don't lick me! What the fuck? Is my hair whack or what? You're hiding behind me. That's unfair.
I can see her ear. Sometimes.
And yes, Church is named after the mythical invincible cat in the Shadowhunter series. Because it's awesome. Cat.
And Jason.
Ow! 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 Bad idea. She does not love physical affection. Church. Am I bleeding? I love you so much. Why must you scar me? Church. Church. Yeah, you better lick my blood off your fur. At least you didn't knock over my rum.
Oh, yeah, that's more important than bleeding you.
She does that all the time anyway.
What, knocks your rum over or bleeds you?
Bleeds me. She does not like physical affection.
There you go.
If you have any ideas what the future videos should be, so we don't get so sidetracked by like cats and her doing weird dances in the kitchen and, you know,
I did not.
weird hand motions. And I lost my train of thought now. Thanks a lot. But yeah, help us keep on track. We would love ideas on what we need to talk about
Questions.
and everything else,
Ask some fucking questions.
so we know what the fuck we're doing. To the viewers who know her but not me, again, look for Nemo Drake, Vallians Seeking Vallian videos.
I'll be posting a link to you.
You'll be posting, okay. And then watch those videos because those are terrible and off track as well. Because we need ideas and questions and things to keep us on track.
Directions.
We're very scatter-minded and...
We need Zion.
No, we don't. You might need him. I would say we need Dragon, but he's as scatterbrained as I am.
Exactly. We
I'm
need
the
somebody that
logical
keeps
one.
us on track. You know Flame would. He'd be sitting there. Back on track, damn it. Ow. Back on track.
Fuck you!
Back on track.
It's backwards. Anyway.
Stab us with a fork. Boom. Back on track, damn it!
Just want to drink my not coffee. Anyway. Freaking cat.
Oh, that cat. Okay.
Back on track.
Anyway. If you know a Japanese male who is tall, arrogant, pushy, sometimes obnoxious, hot-headed, hot-tempered, irritating, but very intelligent, sometimes caring,
He's an absolute asshole in every way.
likes to train people, very physical fitness person.
And will not hesitate to break something, teach you a lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Bones, I mean.
Yeah. Let us know. On the other hand, you do have a scratch on your eye.
Right there? Shit. Love is painful, children. Love destroys.
Stop it, Jace.
I was Jace before Jace knew he was Jace. Anyway, if you meet somebody he's generally caring, likes animals, likes nature, is not much of a people person. We don't know if he snores or not, okay?
He did once upon a time.
Anyway. But is overly sarcastic when he talks to humans. And tends to be like the Robin Hood-esque type of person. You know, stealing from the rich to give to the poor. Whatever the fuck she's doing is not it. You're not even in screen. What the fuck?
Doug in screen.
He's possibly Hawaiian, but I'm pretty sure he's Hispanic in some way or form. If he's both, like, that'd be cool too. Maybe Samoan or something, like island nations. Oceania. Yeah, Oceania.
I'm weird.
No,
Just think, people, this is the stuff that I used to do on Spreaker that you couldn't see me do.
This is the stuff I live with. Oh, that's new. You weren't officially living here in the last videos. I look like Clarence Barebone. When it doesn't go to the side, it goes down like Clarence Barebone. That's great. Anyway, I'm non-obscurial. If you haven't seen Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't help my hair too much. I don't care anymore. It might be teal by the next time I make a video. If I can ever afford anything except a giant box of instant potatoes.
Okay.
Probably mostly not.
We have done everything that we've thought about doing. We have totally bored everybody that's listening to us or freaked out. Either way. Point being, Vallians seeking Vallians. We want to find others like us who have past lives like we do. If you've had a past life and feel like you want to talk to somebody about it, hit us up.
We don't judge about the past lives, even if they're not with ours. It's so much more fun to talk about past lives with other people instead of ourselves.
Like we're doing now.
Pretty much.
So, hit us up, babes.